Welcome to Unbelievable. I am Boo. On today's episode, we have another unboxing video. This time it is Marvel Collector Core Women of Power box. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so welcome to Unbelievable. Like I said, today we have an unboxing video. It is Marvel Collector Core Women of Power box. As you can see here on the front of the box, we have Spider-Gwen, who, as we know, if you know anything about Spider-Gwen, she's become really, really popular. I don't know too much about her actual story. I'll have to get into that eventually at some point, but she's becoming a very, very popular character. I do know that much. Anyway, Women of Power. I'm cool with it. I dig all female superheroes. They have some really awesome powers. I don't know too much about Marvel actual superheroes. I know more about like DC, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, and stuff like that. But hey, it's always a good time to learn. So let's open up this box, see what we got, and see if we like it. Alright, so we have our patch and our pin. Our patch, I believe this is Miss Marvel. I'm not 100% sure. See, I don't know too much about these Marvel superheroes, but I would say that's Miss Marvel. And for our pin, I think I do know who this is. That is Spider-Woman. Okay, so we have Miss Marvel, it looks like, on our patch, and Spider-Woman on our pin. And please forgive me if I get any of this wrong. I never claim to be an expert on anything, but we'll check it out. We have our card, tells us everything. Oh, next box theme is Spider-Man. Definitely excited for that one. But we'll look at the card, information card here in a little bit. Put that right there. We have our shirt. And, you know, usually with Marvel, you get, with the Marvel Collector Core, you know, shirt sometimes is different between boxes. But we have what looks like Spider-Gwen, okay? And that's cool. It's just kind of a gray shirt, black outline, says Spider-Gwen on it. I'm a pretty big fan of that shirt. I think she's very sick looking. Like I said, I don't know much about the character, but her design is awesome. It's a classic design. Of course, it looks like Spider-Man, but it's definitely more feminine and pretty cool. No complaints about that. Let's see, we have our comic, which is the usual. And this happens to be Civil War 2, #1. So this is the second Civil War, and it's the #1 issue with the variant comic here. And we have our Women of Power, Elektra, looks like, Miss Marvel, and then some of the other characters. Again, I apologize, I don't know them all, and I don't know all their names, but we have Civil War #2, which I know is a big event in the Marvel Universe comic-wise that is coming up here. And we get into our next few things. Looks like we have a mystery mini, but it's not really a mystery. It actually is She-Hulk. So let's pop her open. Now, She-Hulk, I know the pop just came out, and I seen the pop at a GameStop, and I thought it was just really, really cool. The green that they have on her just really pops, and so I'll probably pick that up at some point, no doubt. But looks like we get the mystery mini, and I'm a big, big fan of mystery minis. I think they're one of the coolest things. And here she is, our She-Hulk mystery mini, and she's kind of in a fighting pose there. I really, really dig her. You know, the green and the purple and the differences of green in her hair that is used on her skin, I think it's just really, really cool. Of course, she's a bobble. Hopefully she'll stand up for me. And looks like she stands up good, which is nice, because you never know with some of these mystery minis, especially the Marvel ones, because of the bobble. And we also have Captain Marvel. So we're getting two mystery minis, but they're not really mysteries, because they show on the box, but they look pretty cool. And I know Captain Marvel is supposed to be getting her own movie, and I don't know if they've cast it yet. I know rumor was, you know, fans wanted Charlize Theron. I know Brie Larson, I believe, was being considered or talked to by Marvel for potentially being cast I know that movie's coming out here pretty soon, so I figure the casting, we'll find out pretty soon who's going to play Captain Marvel. But this one is awesome. I love this mystery mini. As you can see, we have the hair, blonde hair, textured really, really cool. You know, and that's what also I forgot to mention about the She-Hulk one, but the hair is really textured nice. And then she is in a fighting stance, and you can see here her fists have a little fire on them, and that's actually a transparent, but yet colored, you know, like flames. And her suit looks really cool, and she's in an awesome pose, and hopefully she'll stand up just good for me also, and yeah, she does. So I'm pretty psyched, man. I love mystery minis. I know some people aren't a fan of them. For me, it's probably one of the things I like to collect the most, actually, just because they're smaller and I can put more on my desk. So these two, I'm definitely happy to add to the collection, and they'll be on my desk real soon. And now we move on. We got one item left. It is the Funko Pop, and it's Squirrel Girl. And if you saw the teaser for this box, you saw that they kind of hinted that a Squirrel Girl item would be in here. Again, I don't know much about Squirrel Girl, but I do know that this pop is incredibly cool. She comes with her suit. She has on herself her little squirrel tail, and she also comes with her little gray squirrel right there. And on the back it says the unbeatable Squirrel Girl, and it's just really cool. I think that's a really cool pop, and mine seems to be pretty good paint job wise and everything, so I'm happy with that. That's pretty nice. Anyway, let's clear some stuff out here and see overall what we got, okay? We have our Squirrel Girl, our two mystery minis, our comic, our shirt, and let's just go over everything real quick. So again, we started off with, I believe, the Miss Marvel and Spider-Woman patch and pin. Pretty cool look on them, especially like the pin. I'm a fan of that red, and I believe that's Spider-Woman, so that's pretty cool. Then we had our awesome shirt, which was Spider-Gwen, okay? And Spider-Gwen, again, like I said, she's a real popular character right now, so cool to have the shirt. We have our comic variant edition #1 of Civil War II, and I like the way this came out. Pretty slick. We got our two mystery minis, which honestly, these are my two favorite items in the box. We got She-Hulk and we have Captain Marvel, and I think they're just really awesome for mystery minis, and I'm a huge fan of mystery minis, so these will be going with the rest of my mystery minis today, and they'll have a nice little place to be displayed on. I really am a big fan of mystery minis. So we have our two mystery minis, and then lastly, we have our Squirrel Girl, and really cool pop. Reminds me a little bit of the Ant-Man that we had in the Ant-Man box, of course, where it came with the little mini Ant-Man, but instead, here, we're getting a little mini squirrel, and I'm really cool. I'm happy with that. So let's look real quick at they've been including these info cards into our box, and of course, one side of it tells us the next month's or the next box theme, and that's going to be Spider-Man, which after Batman, guys, Spider-Man's probably my next favorite superhero. You know, he's like 1B, so he's right there after Batman. So I'm excited for the Spider-Man box. But let's look at our info card real quick. It looks like, if we look at our shirts, that yes, you definitely had different options on, or no, there was a few original designs. There was no different options on the shirt. Originally, they potentially almost had a different Spider-Gwen, and then there was going to potentially be an Elektra, also a Captain Marvel. But the final one that they printed, the final shirt they selected was the Spider-Gwen. Also, it gives us a little breakdown of the two mystery minis. The Captain Marvel movie is coming up, and Stanley has returned. It says Stanley has returned to Marvel to work on She-Hulk, so it gives a little breakdown of those two. Then, if you look up at it gives us a little bit about the variant cover. It shows that the variant cover was designed by Funko's own Sam Wilkinson, and features Captain Marvel, Elektra, Spider-Woman, Valkyrie, and Miss Marvel. Then we go down to the patch and pin, and it says yes, so the pin is Spider-Woman. She appeared on the Marvel Spotlight in number 32 in 1977, was her first appearance, and she received her own self-titled series in 1978. So I guess Spider-Woman has been around for a long time. Bad on me for not really knowing that. And then, of course, the pin. They originally planned a Miss Marvel for the patch, I guess, but we're excited to feature Kamala Khan, and we're loving her new look. So they put Miss Marvel right there on the patch. And then it gives a nice little breakdown on Squirrel Girl. It mentions her sculpt. It mentions how difficult her tail was to put on. And it just gives kind of a breakdown of that. So overall, what did I think about this box? I'm actually really happy with this box. And I had heard, you know, I'm a little bit late on this unboxing, but I heard all these things about people not liking this box, people dissing this box. Well, you know what? This one I think is pretty dang good. I'm a big fan of mystery minis though, so maybe that's why. I'm a big fan of mystery minis. I really like these two. The Squirrel Girl is definitely a different looking kind of pop than we're used to, and I really am glad they didn't try, like, just cop out with like a Captain Marvel variant or Miss Marvel or something like that, because that pop, although a more popular character probably, is not going to have the uniqueness of this pop with her tail and with her little sidekicks. So I'm definitely a fan of the pop. My least favorite item probably is the comic. The variant's kind of cool. I won't say it's the best, but you know, but again, I'm not a big comic book guy, not a huge one. Probably after the mystery minis, the next favorite item has to be this Spider-Gwen shirt. I think they picked a good character to put on the shirt. It's not too overdone. I think if you're a guy, you can wear that shirt and feel totally fine with it. So they picked a shirt that I think is kind of gender neutral, which I think is nice. You know, if I'm a man or a woman, I have no problem wearing that shirt. And our patch and pin, you know, I'm not in love with them, but we get a patch and pin in every one, so it is what it is. But overall, I gotta say, I'm happy with the box. I don't know why there was such hate on the box. In the comment section, let me know, what do you think about this box? What do you think about the theme of this month? I think maybe that's where a lot of the hate come from. People just saying women of power and kind of guys, you know, shushing that off. But whatever, man. You know, we live in the year 2016. We might have a woman president coming up. So who am I to hate? I'm raised by a single mom. I know how powerful women can be. So why would I hate on a woman of power box? And so I'm definitely happy with the box. And I'm looking forward to DC's box, the Legion of Collectors. Their next theme is going to be women of power also. So I'm excited to see that one too, because in my opinion, DC has some of the stronger women superheroes and supervillains, like Harley Quinn, and of course Wonder Woman being, in my opinion, the definitive superhero of women. But you know what? Happy with this box, and I think Marvel Collector Corps has just been doing a great job. You know, some months have been kind of iffy. This one for me, I'm definitely amped because I'm a huge fan of Marvel Mystery Minis. Anyway, it's been unbelievable having you. Until next time, guys, take care.